Al-Qalqala. The meaning of Qalqala is, it means vibration. It is the vibration of sound at the end of the pronunciation of a letter. It can be stated as a state between a sakin letter with sukoon sign on it and mutaharrik letter with movement. Okay. The note says qalqala is only pronounced when the letter is sakin. Either the letter has the sukoon sign or is assigned a sukoon because of stopping. So the letters of qalqala are qaf, ta, ba, jim, dal. Or you can also memorize this combination here. Qutub jad. Qutub jad. So when we memorize the combination, it's very easy for us to recall it, because reading them, or memorizing them separately is a little bit harder. But if you memorize like the combination, it's easier. Qutub jad. Okay. So now the definition tells us that whenever any one of these letters are found with a sukoon on top of them, or with a tajdeed, like in this case here, the last word in the first row, or actually on each of these rows. Okay, the last letter, the last word, and the last letter of the last word has a tajdeed. So here we will make qalqala. Now, if we look at, let me look, get my pen here. Okay, so here is the letter of qalqala, dal. Dal is one of those letters, this one here. Okay, and the second one, okay, in this case, what is being assumed is that they're going to stop here. The last letter, when a stop is going to be made here. Okay, here also a stop is going to be made, but this word as opposed to this word, okay, the last letter has a tajdeed, and this word does not have a tajdeed. It has actually haraka as a dhammatain, in this case dhamma, in this case a fatha. Haraka means a vowel or a movement. Okay, so the last letter of the second column here has a haraka, and in the third column here, the last letter has a tajdeed. But when you stop, it is going to be effectively a sukoon, and because tajdeed is effectively a combination of sukoon and a haraka. But when we stop, the haraka goes away and you are just left with a sukoon. All right. So now, and in the second word here, let's look at the first row. The first word, the dal here, is the qalqala letter. In the second word, okay, hamza, ha, and then dal. So again, dal is the qalqala letter. Now you don't find a sukoon on top of the dal, but the rule says that if you stop, okay, on any word, if the last letter has any haraka, it will become sakin. So this haraka is going to go away, and this dhammatain is going to turn into a sukoon or a jazm, a sukoon. This is called a sukoon. This is a sukoon here, sukoon. Okay, and then the third word in the first row, you have the last letter has a tajdeed. But because you're stopping, the haraka is going to go away, and the tajdeed will remain, and we will do the qalqala on jim, because jim is the qalqala letter here. The difference between these three scenarios here is the Qalqala letter in the first word appears in the middle of the word. It's in the middle of the word here. In the second scenario, the Qalqala letter appears at the end of the word. Okay, but there is no tajdeed, only sukun. In the third word, the Qalqala letters at the end with a tajdeed. So the strength of the Qalqala is going to differ in these three situations. When the letter is in between, the Qalqala letter is in somewhere in the middle of the word, then this is the lightest, the lightest. If the Qalqala letter appears at the end, then you make the Qalqala little bit stronger than the first situation. And if the Qalqala letter appears at the end with a tajdeed, then you make the Qalqala sound the strongest. So you can say, let's look at this. Okay, this one it says here. Okay, see here is telling us this is the weak column here. This is the strong column here, the middle one, and then the last column is the strongest. Let us read them now. The first one is going to be like this. صدرك صدرك صدرك. So we are not saying صدرك. No, we are making a qalqala. What is the qalqala? That when your tongue goes to do the dal makhraj, okay, then when you move the tongue away from the makhraj of the dal, the sound that is produced, it is called the qalqala, like sad, sad. So the ending sound is the qalqala sound, and that gets produced when you move your tongue away, the part of the tongue away that is causing the makhraj of dal. Sad, the. All right. The second one, as I said, this is where we are actually stopping. So this haraka changes into a sukun because you're stopping. This is going to become sukun. This is going to become sukun. So how are we going to read this? This is going to be stronger than the first word, the qalqala of the first word. How will we read this? Ahad, ahad. Okay. And then in the third word, the stop is being made on a qalqala letter with a tajdeed. Tajdeed. So we will make a qalqala, but we will make it strongest, and we will show that the presence of tajdeed like this. Wal hajj, wal hajj. Okay, let's do the second row, the first one. So let us identify the first of all the qalqala letter. So which one is the qalqala letter in the second one? Is this one here, ta. قطب جد قاف طا با جيم دال. So ta is the qalqala letter. We will make qalqala here. So how will we do this? أطعمهم أطعمهم ط ط. So we make the sound and the separating or moving the tip of the tongue away from the makhraj or the point of articulation of ta. Okay, while your sound is still going, will cause the sound of a qalqala. Ato, ato. So ata'amahum, that's qalqala. Okay, in the second word, where is the qalqala letter? Dal. Okay, and it is appearing, it had the haraka dhamma, but because we are stopping right after this word, so the dhamma changes into a sukun. So we will recite this word like this. As-samad, as-samad. The third word here, the last letter is the qalqala letter. Qaf, qutub jad, qaf ta ba jim dal. Qaf is the qalqala letter and it happens to have a tajdeed. And since we are stopping on it, we are going to make qalqala on the qaf, but we're going to make it strong to show that there is a tajdeed. How will we do this? Al-haqq, al-haqq. So we make it the strongest. Let's go back. Let's go to the third row now. Okay. The first word. Where is the qalqala letter? Okay. Qutub jad. Where? This one, this one, this one. No, this one here. Ba. Ba is the qalqala letter. Qutub jad. Qaf ta ba jim dal. Where is it? Ba. Okay. So ba has a sukun. So we are going to make qalqala on it. How are we going to read this? Al-abtar. Al-abtar. Okay, so we make it, and um, relatively speaking, it is the weaker of the three qalqalas here. Second word, okay, let me take this sukun away. Okay, so we can see that this is hasada, but because we're going to stop, the last letter, which had the haraka, will now bear a sukun. We will stop like this. So dal with a sukun. This is the qalqala letter. Qaf ta ba jim dal. Qutub jad. How are we going to read this? Hasad. Hasad. Okay. The last one. Where is the qalqala letter? Qutub jad. Ba. This is the qalqala letter. And ba has a tajdeed. And we are stopping on that. So we need to show that there is a tajdeed and it is going to be the strongest of these three scenarios. How are we going to read this? وَتَبْ وَتَبَّ